So I'm sure you guys are aware of how much the term Metaverse is being tossed around right now, as well as NFTs. Today I want to focus more on the Metaverse part of it because this ties into something that isn't so new. And for those of you that might be confused, a Metaverse is basically just a virtual reality space where people go to interact with each other and the space around them. For us gamers, this doesn't seem like an entirely new concept because it's not. We got virtual concerts going on in Fortnite, Rec Room, we got VR chat, and now Facebook or Meta is pushing out this Horizons World Metaverse thing. That brings me to my next question. Does that mean that the gaming industry and us as gamers, have we always been ahead of the curve? If I remember correctly, and some of you guys might be too young to remember this, but 14 years ago, we had this thing called PlayStation Home. I'm sure some of you remember PlayStation Home. What was PlayStation Home exactly? And keep in mind, this is 2008, 14 years ago. This is the exact definition, by the way. PlayStation Home was a virtual 3D social gaming platform developed by Sony Computer Entertainment London studio for the PlayStation 3. The PlayStation 3 was a while back. What was even more interesting about PlayStation Home was that it wasn't actually a game. You wouldn't go to your game library to start it up. PlayStation Home was actually accessible from the PS3's X-Cross Media Bar. The membership was free but required a PSN account. Upon installation, users could choose how much hard disk space they wished to reserve for home. Development of the service began in early 2005, which is even crazier. That's a whole 17 years ago. It inevitably came to a closure in 2015. It had 41 million users at the time of its closure. Home allowed users to create a custom avatar which could be groomed realistically. Each avatar was given a personal apartment that users could decorate with free bought or won items. Users could travel throughout the home world, which was frequently updated by Sony and its partners. If that doesn't already sound like a metaverse to you, let me keep reading. Public spaces were made for display, entertainment, advertising, and networking. Users could use one items to further customize their avatar or their apartments. Unlike now, 14 years later, where you enter VR chat or Rec Room and you go into first person and you are the avatar. This was from a third person, but nonetheless, you guys get the point. It was pretty much PlayStation's Metaverse in 2008. PlayStation Home even had its own economy. Although the service itself could be used free of charge, premium content was available to purchase from various stores in the shopping complex and in certain spaces. Users could browse and pay for items such as virtual clothing and furniture by accessing a shop and using its PlayStation Store interface. PlayStation Home even had user-generated content. Picture frames were the first feature to support user-generated content with photo sharing. The infamous game space also supported user-generated content by allowing users to create their own unique graffiti designs in the graffiti minigame and save it to their PS3's hard drive to display for their friends. Ironic because now we have people selling digital art that they made for hundreds and thousands of dollars. Apparently, it ends up closing down because it didn't work properly. It was never fully released on PlayStation. I think it stayed in beta throughout its entire lifespan. And it had glitches, it had problems. Some people didn't think it was a good idea. Ends up shutting down in 2015. Took a whole 7 years for them to realize this isn't working. Now, fast forward 14 years later, we have Meta's Horizon Worlds, we have VR chat, we have Rec Room, we have a bunch of virtual reality spaces that people want to be a part of and buy things in. Now, my question to everyone and to PlayStation is, do they get re-involved with this? With the recent announcement of PSVR 2 and them saying we have more to talk about when it comes to VR, what exactly does that mean? Do we see us go full circle and re-enter a digital PlayStation Home universe where we can talk to people, buy things, and show off our accolades? Imagine having a room in VR and PSVR where we can see each other's trophies on a shelf or something, or just conversate. Like I said, the idea of metaverses to gamers isn't something entirely new, but when it comes to social networks and other people that weren't originally gamers looking into virtual reality interactions, this is something completely new to them. They showed us PSVR 2, or they talked about it in the beginning of the month, and they strictly said things related to gaming. The specs on it are for gaming, and they haven't said anything else as far as how we're going to be able to socialize or what apps we will be able to use this thing in. There's no confirmation or any news that I personally have seen or read about that proves that they're going to bring back PlayStation Home by 2023, or even plan on having some sort of party chat system that is in virtual reality, but is a space where you are actually, virtually there rather than a flat screen telling you that your friends are in a chat. I don't know what the plans are, but I definitely would not rule out the possibility of a PlayStation Home return or a PlayStation Home like app or PlayStation Metaverse making its way to the PS5 for PlayStation VR 2. I think this could be very interesting and also another place for them to target a crowd that is becoming more popular. I'm talking about the people that want to be in virtual reality and not necessarily playing a game, but rather socializing. I've played Horizons, I played VR Chat, I played all those games. There is an aspect of socializing in virtual reality that does appeal to me and to many other people as well. I never actually got into PSVR 1, but I am looking towards the PSVR 2, seeing what that is going to be like, because I do have a Oculus Quest 2 or Meta Quest 2, whatever you guys want to call it. I have used it on and off, and I can say I do enjoy virtual reality, and I would like to see where PlayStation takes this and how they innovate and what things they have to offer. Maybe PlayStation Home was really ahead of its time in 2008, and 14 years later people are more inclined, more interested to step into a virtual reality PlayStation experience now that we can have a headset on our head and actually interact as us rather than an avatar that we control in third person. With the whole metaverse thing and the Matrix, and I even watched this documentary just now called A Glitch in the Matrix on Hulu. I don't know, it just kind of sparked some things in my head. I also have played recently some VR games. It made me wonder what PlayStation might have up its sleeve as far as social experiences in VR. Pretty interesting topic. Hopefully you guys found it enjoyable, entertaining, informative, any of the above. But like always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video.